we basically just yell at them and tell them what to do, and they just do it, and they don't have to do all the thinking. So I think that's why a lot of people like it too.
Yeah, I'm sure. What kind of heart rate monitors do you guys? I know there's like a Whoop system that's really popular now. Is it something similar to
Oh.
that?
So they have two options. There's one that like goes around their chest,
Yeah.
and then there's another one that's like an armband. Um, and then it also connects to like their app, so they can even use their heart rate monitors outside of class, like if they went for a run or went and did a workout, and they can see what heart rate zones they're in. And it's great for us as a coach because we can see when people either aren't pushing themselves enough, like,
Mm.
hey, I think you can, we need to be in that uncomfortable feeling, I think you can speed it up a little bit. Or if they're pushing themselves too much, because there's different, they go by color zones. So if you see someone's in the red zone,
Mm-hmm.
it's not bad, but it means they're like really
They're really
pushing hard.
grinding.
So
Yeah.
sometimes, like, hey, if you're in that red zone, just make sure you're still in control. If you're not, tone it down. So we can make sure people aren't undertraining or overtraining.
Yeah. That one around the body, around the chest seems to be like pretty accurate. Like that's the one that's like super
Yes,
popular nowadays.
that's the one I actually use when I take class, and I like it. Only because I've seen a lot of people have issues with the armband ones,
Mhm.
especially if they're on the rower or doing anything like bicep curls, because if they're gripping that rower handle too hard, it blocks the blood flow and they don't get an accurate reading.
Mm.
And sometimes if people, with different sizes, if they're very muscular, you kind of got to find that sweet spot on their arm. Sometimes it works better lower or higher. So that one's a little bit more finicky, I think, than the
Yeah.
chest strap.
Yeah. So you, as a person that uses this kind of equipment all the time, what do you think about like Fitbits and Apple Watches? Like I use an Apple Watch and it tracks my
Mm-hmm.
like calories and things. And sometimes I get like different reviews from people just in on YouTube or just people evaluating these kind of systems. And they'll say, well, the accuracy of the calorie burns is not quite correct, and I use it to monitor my calories. So like, do you
Mm-hmm.
think those are good options, or are they not as accurate?
I use my Apple Watch as well,
Mhm.
and a lot of times when I take class, I use my chest strap and I turn on my watch, and
Mhm.
they're usually pretty close.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's been kind of a great indicator on how
Yeah.
well it has worked for me.
Yeah. Good thing.
I like my clients to use it, so I
Mhm.
also personal train outside of Orange Theory, and some of my clients, I actually even bought them like a Fitbit or something, just for one, I think they like that instant gratification to see how many calories they've burned.
Mhm.
But I think in that sense, like, it is helpful for people, to see how much work they put into it, or, I burned this many calories today. And it just kind of makes them feel good about the work that they did.
Right.
Um, but, I know there's definitely versions and all these different like off brand ones that, I'm not really sure how accurate
Sure.
they are.
Sure. It's a tricky thing, but I
Hmm.
think the most popular ones are just the Apple Watch and the Fitbit. That's
Yeah.
probably the most what people have. And they're so nowadays they're like getting to be more and more affordable, especially since they have different versions of them. So a lot more
Hmm.
people are able to get them. You said you train